Roy, thanks for talking to us on Keighley Kicks TV.
No worries, Steve.
Quite impressive facilities down here, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's the first time you've been down here, but yeah, very scenic as you remark when you come down. The pitch is looking absolutely fantastic today, and it's an ideal setting for football, yeah.
It is. You're very lucky to be playing, like you say, amateur football at this level on a surface like this. It's not many in the country, I don't think.
No, there's not, and certainly some of the bigger sides we've played down here, pre-season games or sort of charity games, have all remarked on the quality of the surface, said how good it is, and I think if you look outside the Football League, probably the surface is one of the best out there, and that's massive credit to the groundsman, Albert Bates, who puts hours into it, and you know, we reap the rewards of that hard work he puts in as well. Well,
of course, looking at the boards around, you've got quite a lot of sponsors here at Steeton as well, haven't you?
We have, yeah. We've got 48 advertising boards around the ground. All, I'm pleased to say, are paid for as well. So, yeah, and a big thank you to all the sponsors who've backed us, because you know, their help really does make a big difference to what we're trying to do down here.
Excellent. How's Steeton's season going so far? Are you happy with what's going on?
Yeah, up until last week I was reasonably happy. We started off the season very well with 3 good wins. You know, then we drew with Ovenden, which I felt in the circumstances with having a few players missing, you know, was a really good result for us. Last week was very disappointing, not what we were about. I felt we played the game probably as individuals rather than a team, albeit we had a very young side out last week, and probably everything that seemed to go against us went against us. Every time they went forward, they seemed to convert their chances, and the chances we had, we didn't take either. And of course, goals change games. At sort of 2-1 down, I felt we were getting back into the game. We were looking the better side. Then it's on the break, and it's 3-1 on the stroke of half time, and probably that was a bit of a killer blow really for us.
Yeah. Have you got any new players coming through the reserves into the first team?
Yeah, we've got you know, a few lads. Like I said, last week we had a young side. We started 3 of last year's under-18 players last year in the first team, and you know, I'll make no apologies about that. I will always give young players a chance down here and blood them, and they will gain from the experience. We've got Lee Thompson making his home debut for us today, which I'm quite excited about. Lee came in last week, probably not done a lot of training, by his own admission. He's had a bit of a shoulder injury, so we're just easing him back in, but once we get Lee fully up to speed, I think he'll be a real acquisition for us.
Excellent. Well, you lost James Nettleton last week. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, we did. I mean, I had a bit of a chat with James on Friday night. He'd had an offer from Silsden. They'd been approaching him over the last few weeks, gave him something to think about, and I think the fact that obviously James decided that he wasn't really sure what he wanted to do, and I got the feeling from speaking to him that really he wanted to go back. I made the decision really probably it would be best for all parties if he did go back, because no disrespect to James, but the players I want down here are players that are 100% committed to the cause and committed to the club. So if a player's sort of in two minds about whether Steeton's the right place for them, then probably Steeton isn't the right place for them.
Of course. Well, your opponents today, can you tell us a little bit about your opponents that you're on playing this afternoon?
Yeah, in all honesty, I don't know too much about Dudley Hill. They've sort of flirted with the Premier Division and the First Division. They came up last year, albeit probably a bit by default, because the top 2 teams' grounds weren't up to Step 7, so neither of those 2 teams were promoted. So I think it's been a bit of a difficult start to the season for them, and I think it always is if you get promotion, almost, you know, a bit like the professionals going up through the playoffs. They have a little less time to prepare. So I think they've had a bit of a tough start to the season, but I'm sure once they get a settled side there, that they'll come to, and we know every game in this division's a battle, no matter who you're playing. There's no easy games in this league, so yeah, I'm expecting it's going to be a tough game for us today.
Well, Roy, thanks for talking to us on Keighley Kicks, and thanks for showing us around these amazing facilities.
No worries, Stephen. Thanks for coming down. You're always welcome down here.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you.